As you can see, I've been a little bit busy just past couple of days. So, yeah. I seriously been waiting for that for quite a while. Actually, not even quite a while, I'm not gonna lie. But I did just get it today. So, yeah. Other than that, new place. Nothing new about that. You've been known that. New location. I'm out of the kitchen. So, yes. Now let's get into it. Anyways, one of my topics is that it's okay if people don't believe what you believe. What we believe. It's okay if they don't believe it. And hence the title. Well, I had a problem, hence the title. I was trying to make sure that this person was in the body of Christ. Not gonna say his name. But I wish, well, I do wish he was in the body of Christ, but I was thinking, of ways to bring him in to this, to the body of Christ, to this truth. He settled on there's a one gospel system. There's a one evangel system, rather. Whichever, insert your favorite word. I think it's gospel. But then again, I say it's also evangel, so I'd say maybe, enough about what I need to get memorized. But, he's stuck on that fact that there's only one, though. He doesn't believe about the message to the nations and the message to Israel. He doesn't believe that they are separate. And I don't blame him, ultimately. Or, well, relatively, I'm like, okay, why not? How can you... What is so hard about this? Then I came to be at peace with it. And I really am at peace with it. I tried. A brother in the body of Christ told me I tried. I chalked it up. Kept it pushing. Still doing that. Not just that. Oh, my back. But I got some news. My news is that that thing that's been going on with my back in the videos, yeah. I'm 21 and I have some form of arthritis. Yep. It is that way. I just thank God that God didn't give me cancer, or God didn't give me anything else to be challenged with. That's way beyond my comprehension. I'm saying this because God could have given me something else. This is just a minor hindrance for me. Sometimes some pain, but mostly discomfort. It's in the back, lower back. Thank God it doesn't affect my whole back, but even though I wish it wasn't my whole back, it is what it is. So that's the news. Now on to the next subject, which is... Have you ever heard of Chevelle? Now Chevelle is what I learned recently, a so-called Christian band. Just like, what's the other one I know about? They made Comatose. They made Rebirthing. Skillet. But yeah, I listened to a little bit of their music. I actually only listened to one of Skillet's songs and a lot of Chevelle's songs. But even though they don't sing about God, they don't put out any lyrics about God. They call themselves a Christian band. And that's completely fine to me that they don't want that they do that. Absolutely it's fine with me. Ultimately, well, that's saying, but I meant was relatively. I'm on the fence. But anyways, my thing is this. It's okay to listen to Christian bands as well. And that's the other thing that this person I've been talking about doesn't get. Law. Law did not come to the nations at all. Most of the nations we know now did not even exist in Paul's day. America wasn't a thing. Russia wasn't a thing. China might have not have been a thing. But yeah. All the major world players, the major world powers were not a thing. They weren't nothing. They aren't nothing then. And in the grand scheme of things, they haven't grown to be much of anything now. I'm not saying that I'm anti-patriot. Not saying that I'm for Russia or for China or for the US. At this point, I don't give a fuck about politics. It's like, fuck human politics. I really just hate human politics. Because whether you're communist, socialist, fascist, libertarian, whatever you stand politically, there's always some type of inherent flaw. With communism, it's you have no freedom. With being a capitalist, everything is allowed. And contrary, or the only difference is to the Bible, everything is expedient in America. Everything's expedient. Everything's allowed you in America. You have to be politically correct. So this is their gospel. America's not gospel, but America's policy. Or America's, their fucking thing. Their style, their sound. That everything is allowed you, that everything's expedient in America because government says so. I really do not get it. Not saying I'm left, not saying I'm right. Fuck the two. I really just don't care about politics. I really don't. I don't like politics. But anyways, that. The thing is, I really just, at this point, ranting. I'm on a rant here so far right now at this point. But yeah. For me, I listen to Chevelle. Chevelle has a major difference to Skillet. Many different major differences, but I listen to Chevelle a lot. Even though they're a Christian band, I don't mind relatively. Actually, absolutely. Relatively, I'm on the fence. Relatively, I'm like, you sure you're a Christian band? Because you are definitely not saying anything about God, but then again, you don't have to say anything about God to call yourself a Christian or a Christian band. But yeah, I listen to them, mainly Chevelle. Don't really like the fact of I don't really like the fact that they're called Christian band because, like, we all know that Christianity is wrong about God. They slander God's name. They believe in the wrong thing. And we all know this. But I still listen to them because at least they're not slandering God's name in their music. If their music was anything like actual Christianity, I would not listen. Now on to the next topic. Okay, last topic. My personal thoughts about this eon. Or the end of this eon. It can't happen quick enough. I know I just got the guitar. I'm not trying to be like, oh, God bless me with the guitar. Throw that shit out the window. No. I love the guitar. I absolutely love the fact that I'm going to play it, practice it. I'm just saying that the reason why I got it in the first place was to pass the time. Aside from making videos, aside from the fact that I don't got much shit else to do, I'm not employed. Aside from that, that's why I got the guitar. So I have something to do that I enjoy while waiting for the eon to end. Excuse me. And to be honest, I really can't wait for the reconciliation, the compensation, just everything that the next eon and the end of the eons have to offer. I want to talk about the eon. I want to talk about some things personally. Some things personally in another video about what I think my compensation would be. Although I gave hints and deliberately told you what my composition would be. It's going to be a little bit of a thing. Little bit of a thing going on talking about. But yeah. I also want to talk about it because I'm tired of keeping some of my thoughts in my head. I'm tired of keeping some things quiet. I'm tired of my voice being disquieted sometimes. And what is fellowship for if I can't speak to you guys without restriction? Especially relatively from self. What kind of fellowship is that, my boy? Or girl? What kind of fellowship is that? Where you have restriction. You don't feel free. This is the body of Christ we're talking about. We should be free to say whatever is on our mind to each other, as long as it's not like, you suck. As long as it's not like that, we could definitely say what's on our mind. Even if we tell each other you suck, we at least have to say you suck respectfully. But I don't think we'll even say that because nobody sucks in the body of Christ. We don't really dislike each other. We don't. As a matter of fact, we love each other. We love each other without knowing each other. I love that. I love God. I love the truth. And aside from almost being swayed from the truth, which I was not swayed, I just was trying to bring another person in. Aside from that failing, I'm still moving on. It's always progression with God, not digression. If God does everything but digress, or not, well, let me rephrase that. God does everything but go backwards. It's like Scar-Lord's song. Are you moving backwards? But yeah. God does everything but move back. Anything and everything but move backwards. Now, I'm just happy as fuck. But yeah. I'm not saying that I'm happy that I'm in the Eon. I'm just happy because I think the Eon might bring something new, a new Eon to the table. And the fact that people are saying, or there's one person saying the Eon's coming to an end close, like the end of the year. We can't really for sure say that. I'm not gonna take that off the table. Fuck no. That'd actually be kind of great, actually. But I am gonna say, let's not be so quick to jump. Let's not be too quick to jump. You have to give me some scriptural or some Jubilee year evidence of that. And if you do, it's not gonna make me believe it wholeheartedly, because Christians because Christians are foolhardy enough to go for things full sale, wholesale. But we are thinking people. We got to be like, okay, this could be a possibility. It could not be. But yeah, this has been the Christ Plug. Well, having a plan and then just going off the rails. Talking. Love y'all. Grace and peace. Love y'all.